Hi, Pisces. Welcome, guys. Welcome back to Tiff Talks 22. This is going to be your what you need to know message, Pisces. So this is pretty interesting, right? On the surface, the way your cards look, I was like, are we putting boundaries in place, or are they dealing with someone who's just kind of slow to come out of their shell, right? Because your overall energy or what you need to know is about this King of Cups here, the King of Water in this particular deck. So the King of Cups is usually a really good person on an emotional level. They are leaders, they are compassionate, they are like super emotionally balanced for the most part, right? They are usually respected individuals. They carry themselves in a way that endears you to them, right? However, they can also be like authoritative, right? So they know when to lean more on their emotional side versus their logical side. However, in relationships with this person, so this is likely somebody that you have like a deep affection for. In relationships with this type of person, they are not, I won't say they're slow, but they're not quick to really allow themselves to be vulnerable in a relationship, right? And so the way that I would have normally read this particular card, because I laid out the situation and the outcome, I was like, oh, this is a little different from that, right? Um, because sometimes, right, that King of Cups can be about implementing certain boundaries. But here's the thing: I feel like the person that you're dealing with, this could be the object of your affection. This could be just someone that you have a deep love for. They are kind of like slow to open up to you, okay? But it looks like you're rushing them, Pisces. You're rushing them, and I feel like that's because of your own insecurities. But this is something that has the potential to go very well, to be very successful. But you have to let it unfold instead of trying to make it happen. Does that make sense? Let's get into this. So, like I said, guys, the overall energy is this King of Cups, right? But because there's so many, uh, not so many, but there are several interpretations that can come with this particular card. I was like, let me go ahead and see what the situation is. So I laid that situation card out initially. I mean, like before I started. Anyway, let's clarify this King of Cups for our Pisces collective. And y'all, these were not supposed to be like love readings. This is not what these are. These are just really what you need to know, what needs to change, etc. But this is something that I guess Spirit wanted to talk to you guys about, right? Yeah, so you what am I saying? What I'm saying, right? You guys have a history here. You may have a history with this person, or this could be your relationship history period, right? Where maybe relationships have been a challenge, or they didn't work, right? Or they weren't easy, or they weren't moving fast enough. There's just like a history here of betrayal in partnership, or maybe sadness, maybe even to like third parties, right? Yeah, where it's like you may have either thought someone was the one, or and then there may have been some infidelity, or someone ended up walking away. I feel like, yeah. I feel like, hold on a second. I'm sorry. Like you said, I feel like, hold on. I feel like something here in like your attachment behavior, like how you attach to people in relationships, is keeping you from enjoying the type of relationship or partnership that you desire. Like something that's going to go the long haul, right? Or to go the distance. Because see, we got this Six of Wands in reverse as well. It's like, okay, walking away from something, moving on, looking for something new, trying to socialize and meet new people. But then we move into this Six of Wands, it's like there is some type of delay, or like the plan that you're using is not working, where things aren't lasting very long, right? Someone may put some boundaries in place, or yeah, it's like the approach that you're taking is not working. I feel like whoever it is I'm talking to today, y'all may have a tendency to overgive to partnerships, like too much too soon. Who sees too much too soon, right? But you looking at it like they running away from me, they didn't want nothing, or they don't want to be in a relationship. But that's not it. It's just like this is somebody who has that underlying, where's my king? Okay, who has that underlying pentacle energy, right? So this is somebody, and they're emotionally balanced. They're emotionally stable. They're not operating from, how they feel in the moment. This is somebody who kind of looks at the big picture and they take their time. So they are evaluating you. It's not that they're slow to trust, because it doesn't feel like they don't trust you. They're evaluating you, but they're evaluating the potential of the relationship as well. And this is somebody who's trying to like establish a foundation, a slow and steady type of energy. Okay. However, Pisces, you guys, I don't want to say are quick to throw something away, because it doesn't feel like that. You may be like contemplating, like, is this worth it? Am I going to get what I want in the end? You guys are used to like rushing. Let me just say it like that. You're rushing. And Spirit says you got to let go of that energy. I feel like this is something that you've done in the past. It may have been with this person or the other person, but I feel like you have this perspective because of past bad experiences. This could have been betrayal from this person previously, right? And so it's like there's a fear of it repeating itself or something happening again. So it's like, nope, nope, nope. Let's make this commitment official. I need you to like move forward. Like you feeling like it's not moving forward, but it is. It's just taking some time because you're dealing with somebody who may have like a fear or concern of being vulnerable, right? So it might take them like a little while to kind of open up, but there's like potential for something really deep here. And because you guys are used to like rushing, which you're being advised not to do, rushing to try to make something happen or trying to get to the next stage so quickly, it's a challenge for you to go with the flow, go with the natural flow of things, right? And I'm not saying let somebody drag you on for years and years. That ain't what I'm saying. Or breadcrumb you. But this is the thing. I don't feel like this person is breadcrumbing you. I don't feel like they're doing that. But that's your fear, right? That's your fear because of past hurts and betrayals. And let me tell you what it's a result of. It's a result of I want to say like a lack of emotional intelligence. Yeah, where you guys may overthink things and stress out about things, and you kind of add to the challenges of the situation moving forward with your own like intrusive thoughts. Does that make sense? So it's like, I'm trying to make this relationship work. I'm trying to make this relationship happen instead of being able to go with the flow. But it's because you yourself feel insecure in the partnership. And the thing is, I don't feel like it's something that they're doing. This is something that's a result of past experiences that you've had. Okay? So like the potential for this situation to be great is great, right? There is, I feel like I need to take them on. There is the potential for this really to go the long way, right? Really for things to change in a positive way. But you guys have to be willing to not sabotage the partnership. I feel like you're so worried about someone abandoning you. You guys may have an abandonment issue. Someone abandoning you or walking away from you. That it's almost like you may manifest this situation, but this is not even something that this person has a desire to do, right? Like, gee, it's kind of like Keisha Cole's song, I Should Have Cheated, because you was constantly accusing me, even though that is the most bogus like rationalization of some shit that I've ever heard. Not the most bogus, but it's one of the bogus one for sure. But I feel like Spirit is wanting you to look at this from a different perspective, right? You don't have to get married in 2 months because, you feel like this the one. Some people, and I feel like that's who you're dealing with, look at the bottom of the deck, this King of Cups, is having, they have, I feel like they can be so emotionally aware and emotionally fair that someone who was in this anxious attachment type of energy is going to trigger red flags for them. Like, maybe we should move forward, right? So you're thinking, they are wanting to make a different choice, so they're not doing something. And it's not that. It's like they are just assessing, right? So there's a need for you here to trust that they're assessing the situation. They're kind of weighing things out. But I feel like, I'm telling you, this person still shows up for you, because they were also showing up as that King of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. I feel like this person shows up for you, like on a daily basis. So like like there could have been some past, like I said, some stuff in the past, right, that kind of made the relationship challenging. But I don't feel like that's where you are at this point with this particular person. So get out of this energy of feeling like you need to make something happen. Yeah. Like you need to make something happen, or you're trying to work to manifest something. And it's okay to manifest it, but well, listen, when you manifest it, when you manifesting something, you letting it come to you, you're allowing it to unfold. You don't have to like move stuff around to make it so, right? Because it's going to unfold naturally. You know what I'm saying? I liken it to like things being built or created in nature. When I say naturally, that's literally what I'm thinking of. Like, yeah, Spirit said, yeah. Just focus on what it is that you want and allow and be open to it. And kind of put in the work consistently. And when I say, that's what I feel like, I'm hesitate to say it that way. Because I'm not saying put in the work, like make them do anything or try to manipulate them, because there's like this manipulative energy showing up as well. You don't have to do that. You don't have to impose your power. You don't have to dominate. You just have to show up. Show up in the relationship where you are just going with the flow. Okay, and I feel like that's gonna be difficult for y'all, whoever it is I'm talking to, because y'all maybe used to like trying to make it happen. Like, if I don't plan a date, we won't go out. Yes, we will. Yes, we will. Give me an opportunity to do it, right? Let me show you, instead of you feeling like you have to make me see. Does that make sense? It really feels like that. And then I feel like you guys kind of spiral in your heads where you're overthinking it, you're overanalyzing, you're worried about stuff that it is not even necessarily like, it's not something you need to be worried about. But I feel like that's a habit too that goes back for you guys, right? You guys may just be worry warts. You may be worry warts where it's like you're so worried about the future that almost it takes you out of the present. So it's like, let me try to make this happen. Let me try to make this happen now. And Spirit is saying that has to shift for you guys, okay? That has to shift, especially if you want this situation, if you want this situation to play out in a positive way. Now, I'm saying that this is a relationship, and I feel like it is, but this could also be a creative project or a creative endeavor, right? Oh, Spirit said it ain't. Creative, maybe sexually or intimately. Yeah. Yeah, it's like you're in such a hurry here to move to the next chapter, to move to the next stage, or to move to the next phase. But there are some things that you're supposed to be working on, not only on yourself, but within the relationship, to kind of establish like this more stable foundation here. There will be progress, and yeah, there will be progress made here. But be sure that you're not sabotaging this situation. Be sure that you're not sabotaging the relationship because of your impatient energy. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Yeah, because it is ultimately like an energy of sabotage. Like the seeds for this relationship or this situation to go in your favor have been planted. And I know it's easy to say, so have the courage and the confidence to allow that to happen. I know it's easy to say, like, don't worry about things. Yeah, just be open. Just be open. Okay, with that Empress energy, just be open. There's the energy of, with the Empress, right? It's like you can plant the garden, right? But then things don't grow overnight. So what good is it for you to go to the garden every couple of hours to see, like, are my tomatoes growing yet? No, damn, you just planted them, right? So the Empress knows that, okay, I only have to check in on this garden after I planted the seeds and I've done I only have to check in on it, intermittently. I don't have to obsess over it and try to make them grow and overwater and doing all these things because I'm trying to make it happen. The Empress says, plant the seeds. Look at that. I love that. When the light happens like that, I feel like that's like angelic light. Oh. The Empress says, plant the seeds and allow the situation to bloom naturally. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense, guys. Because I'm going to leave it there. Yeah. Definitely stay positive. Stay hopeful for what is to come. Because, like, the potential is so strong. But when you are obsessing or rushing or trying to manipulate or dominate in some way, you interfering with nature. All right? I do feel like if this is a commitment that you want or desire, Taurus energy showing up again here, the potential for that is strong. However, when we act impulsively or obsessively, we may kind of create or manifest some delays. I just had a thought. I feel like Pisces, I have told you guys several times that patience was going to be necessary in some manner, right? So yeah, so in order for a cycle to not repeat itself as far as delays go or feeling like things are slowing up, take some time to kind of back off and let nature do its thing. It's so crazy. I just thought of something my son did the other day, little ass. He was coming in the house from like taking trash out or something. And he's like, I'm back. And I was like, cool. Hurry up and close the door. So, because we have, the crane flies. I'm like, hurry up and close the door so those bugs don't get in here. Like, I don't mind them anyway because they don't bite, right? But he'll freak out, so close the dang door. Anyway, I was like, hurry up and close the door, though, so the bugs don't get in. This boy stopped, looked at the door, and then slowly closed it. Like, he's in that rebellious stage, right? So I thought where it's like, don't tell me, I'll just do it, right? Boo, we can't rely on that. Anyway, I'm saying that, but I probably need to take that advice as well. But the thing is, I'm sure he was going to close it. But then me trying to tell him what to do made him want to slow the freak down. Okay, so when I say sabotage or create a blockage or delay, that may be what your behavior does in this partnership or relationship. So be very careful of that. Just allow it to unfold. You don't have to make it happen. Just plant the seeds, right? Plant the seeds and look to the future. Don't allow your insecurities to insecurities or fears, whatever you want to call it, to sabotage a situation. It's okay. You have the power to walk away from this type of behavior or to let it go, right? This is definitely going to be a period of growth for you, especially growth in partnerships here. Some of you guys may benefit from pouring more into yourself so that you're not so obsessed over the relationship and how it's unfolding. But definitely divine timing is at play when it comes to this relationship. And that may be, you won't have to manipulate it. That may be for this person to get over their feelings of vulnerability, or maybe for you to learn patience and understanding and compassion when it comes to this in partnership. All right. I hope this was helpful, Pisces. Talk to you soon.